Hi guys, this is Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a fun video for you guys and I am super excited because Pat McGrath has released, I guess, maybe, we're not sure yet, part of her holiday collection because it seems like there might be more to come. Now, I went to Sephora. These actually released, I want to say last Thursday. Yes, last Thursday. So that would be the 26th of September. So I only picked up one of the quads. She released 2 quads and several lipsticks. And the lipsticks are actually re-promoted shades in the kind of Christmassy packaging or the packaging to go along with the themes of the quads. So the quad that I decided to pick up is Blitz Astro Quad. And this is the Nocturnal Nirvana. And it is so pretty. So with these quads, you kind of come to, quads are actually new for Pat McGrath and her line, okay? And I just think it's like a genius, cute idea. And so once you open it, we have this standard kind of old school legal envelope that we become accustomed to with her larger 10-pan palettes. And then you open it up and you have her standard packaging right here. And this just screams luxury, okay? This is what you want like a luxury brand to be, especially around Christmas time and the holidays, and it's just giving me all the feels. Now, the Nirvana one, excuse me, is actually the one I picked up because I just felt it was just so unique. However, she did come out with another one that's more of a subdued or maybe a color scheme that is more palatable to a lot of different other people. And it's called Iconic Illumination. And I'll just kind of put a picture of it here. I think it's quite beautiful. But I just felt that overall in my collection, I can just kind of dupe those shades several times over. Even though I can't exactly mimic them because these are all Pat McGrath special shades. So yes, these quads are all the special shades. So a lot of people were taken aback because these quads retail for $65. And at first I was just like, wait, what? Girl, wait. I was like, you just raising prices because the mini palettes, meaning these bad boys right here that go along with the original motherships, they are $65 now. They once retail for $55. And I was just like, wait, are these new shades? I can't really tell. But then through my research, I was like, oh, these are new shades. And I'm getting them. I don't care. I blacked out, like they said. But then I was like, oh, wait. They're all special shades. And I was like, that's so cool because I have said, as I talk about later on in the video, I was like, what if Pat McGrath just gave us a palette, maybe a 6-pan palette of all special shades? So that's what she did in a quad. And I think that is a great idea. Quads are cute. Quads are in. Not to mention, if you have been wanting to try a lot of her special shades, this is a good way to try it without dropping $125. Now, $65 is not cheap, but it is actually on par when we're talking about luxury makeup is in other quads. Like Charlotte Tilbury's quads retail for $55. And there's quite a lot of quads out there like Chanel and Marc Jacobs and all those other brands. Tom Ford. His quads are not cheap. And so this is just actually right on par. So when you open it up, you have the standard Pat McGrath packaging, this hard, beautiful black packaging with all my lovely fingerprints on it right now that I've been getting because, I've been filming for you. That's the only problem with that. Just look at all of that, okay? So in the middle, you have her logo with the hieroglyphics. And then on the back, it has her standard gold mirrored backing. And it says, use without caution, shade throwing, and eye ecstasy. And may result in prolonged use. And I think that is correct because I use my Pat McGrath palettes. Okay, I use them all the time. I used to be like, no, it's special. I'm not going to use it. Special occasions. And then I was like, girl, wait, you got them. You need to use them. Life is short. Your girl's been through a couple things. I'm like, life is short. I'm going to use my stuff, okay? So this is actually my first Pat McGrath palette, if anybody cares. This is actually Mothership 2. I got it in a gift, so I just wanted to do a comparison. So, you get the same packaging right here with this beautiful artwork. And I always save my boxes for these. And then we have the palette right here. So when I say special shades, Pat McGrath is very much known for like the last 4 shades, meaning these right here. to be some type of Blitz formula, a VR nectar formula, or a 005, 003, she will name them. And a lot of times they're very high foil shades, very dual chrome, very glittery shades. Now I know that you're saying like, okay, these two are glittery, but these are two more of really her, no, I wouldn't say, and she hasn't actually said what this particular formula is. I know it makes an appearance in Mothership 5. This particular formula, I would say is more of a metallic, but this is her smooth metallic formula here. So really it's this part of the palette right here, this side on, that probably gives it its most highest price tag. These shades are not as expensive to formulate as these right here, because a lot of these shades right here, when they're Blitz or something like that, we're talking about a gelée formula that is hard. It's kind of it's very tightly pressed, and it's just a different texture, and you just have to kind of feel it, put your hands on it. If you have a Sephora that carries Pat McGrath, you just need to swatch it to understand what I'm saying, because the texture of it is just very different, and it's kind of just reminds you of a gel cap. Okay, maybe not a gel cap, but it's a gel, okay? And the particles are suspended in it, and that's what gives you this foiled smoothness, the glitz, the sparkle, the shine, the pigment, okay? And that's what makes Pat McGrath so special. So that's what she has done in these quads, okay? So this is the big Mothership, and you know this retails for $125. So then, you know, we have these that we become accustomed to for paying $55, which are now $65. I have no idea why the price went up on these. But these are 6 palettes. Excuse me, these are 6 pans for $55. That's what I pay for it, or $65 as of now. And you have several shades in here. Now I showed the Mothership 2, and then because this is one palette set that I definitely have alike. And this is the lot V and Rolls. But you have some more of the shades here. But none of them include the special shades. So she gave us these special shades in a quad formulation, and I think that was actually really brilliant, other than giving us 6 shades, because 6 might have been to the point where like that's just a little bit too much. 4, perfect number. 4 we're actually accustomed to in the bigger palettes. Now Pat McGrath is also known for putting little cards in her palettes of the shade names, but to my surprise, my card is actually the card for the Iconic Illumination. Because I got ready to start filming, and I was like, Ashleigh Gold Allure. I was like, well, how many? It's not 2 golds in my palette. Oh, Blitz brown. Oh no, there's no brown. So these are actually the shades that are in Iconic Illumination. So, which is the Ashleigh Gold Allure, Blitz Bordeaux, Blitz Brown, Blitz Gold. So, my shade card was messed up. Everybody's human. It happens. If that's all that's messed up, I'm okay. I can live. But when I turned it around, I was like, oh, we have some fun little facts. And I don't think these are actually on the shade cards for the other palettes. Okay, so these fun little facts I just checked are actually not on the shade name cards for the other palettes. But I thought it was really interesting because a lot of people are just not really familiar with Pat McGrath's history. And they're always like, where did she come from? Honey, she is the most influential makeup artist, okay? The most influential makeup artist, okay? So the back of this card actually reads, Pat McGrath, the mother of makeup and the runway. 25 years of groundbreaking artistry. 25 years, y'all. Obsession, inspiration, addiction. 87 makeup trunks used backstage at Fashion Week. That's a serious job. Artistry, alchemy, allure. Created the look for 3,300 runway shows on 129,000 models. Technique, technology, truth. Woo! The makeup master behind 401 magazine covers. She has done 401 covers. Mastery, mesmerization, majorness, okay? This lady is talented. This lady's resume speaks for herself, okay? 3,300 runway shows. 401 magazine covers. This lady did not pop out of thin air, okay? So the brand might be kind of new, but she did not pop out of thin air, okay? And so she knows what she is doing when it comes to makeup. So let's get into some swatches, and then I have 3 looks for you. And we'll wrap up at the end with some final thoughts. So the first shade we have is Incandescent Gold 003. And this gold is beautiful and smooth. The next shade we have is Blitz Aqua Maroon. And you're talking about sparkle and shine. I'm just going to build that up just so you can see it one more time. And here it is actually on the finger so you can see it really well. Next shade we have is Blitz Purple, which is absolutely stunning and beautiful. It's purple, and there it is. You can just see it on the finger. And then the next shade we have is VR Emerald, which is actually a duochrome shade. And that is VR Emerald. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with look number 1. Eyelids are prime using that Too Faced Butterscotch Concealer. I am going to go in with my favorite little Tarte brush. And this is a brush, it's really scratchy, it's synthetic, and it's really good to pick up these Blitz shades. So the first one I'm going to go in with is the Blitz Purple, or this is, I actually like to pick it up and kind of swirl it just ever so gently, because it's like a gel formula. And this is what it looks like once it's on the brush. Come on and focus. There we go. And I'm going to pat that in the inner corner. And this purple is deep, honey. Deep, deep, deep. So I'm going to pat this in. And these shades do actually blend out very well because I'm used to working with Blitz Flame, quite a few of the Blitz shades that are in the palettes, and they do blend out. But what I find is I like to kind of pack them on first. So now that that shade is nice and packed on, I am going to go ahead and switch brushes. I'm going to pick up my Sonia G, and this is a crease brush, and I'm just going to ever so slightly just blend the shade out, just blend the edges out. And I'm just going to kind of slightly work that up into the crease area. No additional product on that brush. And I'm just kind of fanning that product over into the rest of my eye, okay? Kind of, if you look, it's getting ever so slightly smoky. And now I'm going to pick up just a little bit more of that Blitz Purple. Pack a little bit more on. And then just work it up into that crease. And see how effortlessly the shade blends out? Because you notice we didn't start with a transition shade. We went off a little differently. And I'm just going to pick up a tiny bit more because I want it to be just a little bit more intense right in there where my eyelid folds. So when I look down, like all of this is covered. This shade is beautiful. I would love to do like a look with this and Synthetica. Like those two purples would be pretty bomb. Okay, so now I got that laid down. I am going to keep that same brush, and now I'm going to pick up Blitz Aqua. No, I'm going to go with the VR Green. Okay, so I'm actually going to go with VR Emerald, which is right here. And this is a duochrome shade. It's very hard to see right here, but when the photographs were posted on Trim Move One's Instagram, it was like, okay, what's going on with that shade? And then when I checked it out, so pretty. When I checked it out, I was like, oh, okay, it's actually green. And that's what made me leap for this palette, honey. And I'm just going to kind of fuse those two together right in there using that same brush. Now this is not wet. I'm just packing it on. And I have very minimal fallout. And I'm just going to kind of meet that in the crease right there and bring it over. Wiping that same brush off, I'm going to pick up Blitz Aqua Maroon. And I'm going to pack this. I'm going to pick it up. I didn't do my little swirly method. There we go. Line that up and put that in the inner corner. So pretty. And I'm just going to kind of feather that over to bridge and meet with that purple. And bam. That is beautiful. Little effort. And then I do want to go ahead and just re-intensify that purple shade. And I definitely just re-intensified it. Whew. Okay, let me blend that out. Going back in with that Sonia G. There we go. And now it just makes the look stand out a little bit more. So there we go. Now we'll work on the second eye. Now for the second eye, I'm going to kind of switch it up. I'm going to do it how most people might wear this quad, you know, as pops of color, accent colors. So I am going to go in with the shade Burnished Honey, and you can take whatever brown shade, whatever transition shade you like. This is Burnished Honey by Pat McGrath, and I'm just going to throw this in the crease because this is just a great warm tone brown. Especially on my skin complexion, and I'm using my Wayne number 16, and I'm just going back and forth with that brush. Because I see a lot of people using this quad really as like accents, and they might not want to put all 4 shades on their eye at once. And I've just kind of built that up to the intensity that I want it to be. Now, taking my same little Tarte brush, I am going to go in with the Aquamarine shade right here. And I'm really just going to pat this all over the eye. Now, this is a brush, not all over the eye, but over the first part of the eye. Now, the only thing about this brush, it's great for picking up this shade because this little brush is scratchy as I don't know what. It just really gets the job done for shimmers. And I am going to go in and wet this shade in just a moment, but I want you guys to see how it easily picks up. Only thing is, we're going to be here for a moment trying to put this on. I do have a small bottle of the Maroon mixing medium. I got it in one of her like everything kits that I released in the vault last year. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wet my brush real quick. Just kind of wipe off some of the excess so the brush is wet. And I'm going to pick up the Blitz Aquamarine. And now look at, and really honestly, you can definitely do this with the Maroon mixing medium. I probably picked up a tiny bit too much, to be honest, of that mixing medium. There we go. Just gonna pat. Okay, hold on. I'm going to wipe off my brush completely because I probably got too much mixing medium on there, but there's still some, like the shade is still kind of wet right there. So I was like, because now the shade is just slipping all around, and that is not the go. So now I've just picked up some more of that shade, and you see the great foiled appearance we get. And I'm just kind of blending some up in that crease area right there. And this is like totally kind of my bad, so I'm just going to pick up a little bit with my finger, and you see how beautiful it looks on the finger. And I'm just going to pat it right there. There you go. Get that, ooh, that beautiful shine. And that's because I just got that brush a little bit too wet. So as you see, this is how you kind of fix some of your mistakes. And this shade will perform okay with it being wet in the middle, because I have kind of done that with other Blitz shades. Because like I said, I do have a mixed and medium. And I have ever so slightly amount of just a little bit of fallout. Not too bad, okay? Tart brush is clean enough, and now I'm going to go in with Iridescent Gold 03, which is right here. And I'm going to put that in the inner corner. Ooh, now this gold is smooth. Very smooth. And remember, my brush is still quite wet. I'm going to change brushes because that brush was very wet. Now this is still an iridescent gold, but I'm like, I know it. There we go. I was like, I know it has more pop. You know when your brush is just too wet, even though I've like dried it off. That was totally my freaking fault. Now, with my finger, I'm just going to take a little bit of VR. No, this is Blitz. What is this? No, this is VR Emerald. Yes, VR Emerald. Pick it up a little bit, and I'm just going to tap a little bit in the center. So we got a little extra oomph going on. And oh my, that really, I don't know if the camera is really just doing it justice, but that added something to it. Just tapping a little bit over that really just kicked it up. Now with my pencil brush from Sonia G, I am going to go in with Blitz Purple, tap off the excess, and I'm going to run this underneath my lash line. I'm actually going to do this on both eyes. Okay, I will be right back. I'm going to add some mascara and liner, and we'll be right back to talk about the two. Okay, I am back, and here are the first two looks. I think they both came out super gorgeous. So I just went ahead and added on my Ardell Demi Wispy lashes to the look, and I think both looks just look, I mean, they're so sparkly, they're so green. Every time the light hits it, you just get a different dimension. And I'm telling you, by adding just a little bit of this duochrome VR Emerald on top of the aquamarine shade, like, it just does something in the middle, and it's just so beautiful. Not to mention all the way these shift, and you could definitely tell how that VR Emerald has that duochrome in there, and this purple is so smooth. That Blitz Purple along with the Blitz Aquamarine, I mean, they're absolutely beautiful. I think each eye is beautiful. I know some people, they might not want to do the purple lash line. It might be too much for them, but just a standout shade, just these two alone right here, you can definitely do it as a standout shade. And you see how that VR Emerald shade is just shifting as I move the quad back and forth. And then you can just pop a little bit of gold in the middle. You don't have to do as much as I did, but sometimes I just really like to open my eye up. And I think it's just, they're beautiful. I can't, the quality is there. The quality is excellent. It's what we come to expect from Pat McGrath. So far, I am loving these two looks, okay? I feel very Mardi Gras-ish. Is it just me, especially with the purple and the green? So I'll be right back with the next look. Okay, I'm back. My eyelids are reprimed, so we're going to get into the final look. I am going to, I'm going to go ahead and pick up a little bit of Burnished Honey using my Wayne Goss number 16 brush. Eyelids are primed once again using that Too Faced Better Than Sex. I'm just putting a very small light layer down. I'm really just going to put it like right here. And for this look, I am going to do more of a halo look. Now I have a little pencil brush. This is actually a Pro Smudger brush by Sephora. I'm going to go in with Blitz Purple right here. I'm going to pick a little bit of it up, and I'm just going to kind of trace where I want my shadow to be. So I'm going to do a little different shade. And then I'm just kind of smoothing that line out. So that's, and then let me see, I'm gonna close my eyes. I probably will not be able to tell until the very end how this little outer part is looking. So if we have to go over a little part or two, that will be fine. Just picking up a tiny bit more. And you want this to be neat, but it doesn't have to be like super neat. We're kind of on a journey together here, guys, okay? Now, going in with my Sephora Pro brush, okay? That Tarte brush. And I am going to pick up the Blitz Purple, tap off the excess, and we are going to, let me tap out some of that concealer right there that's trying to crease on us. And I am just going to pat this pigment in. I'm going to do somewhat of a halo eye, so I am going to leave like the center blank. We're not going to do it so it's so defined. And I'm going to kind of go into the inner corner, but I think we're going to do it to about right there. We'll see how it looks in a little bit because it's so dark. Had a little pigment up there. Make sure we get close to the lash line. We don't see that concealer. Yeah, we will have to like clear that shape up, but it'll be okay. Just stay with me, guys. Stay with me. And the front is cool. Pretty cool. Ooh, that lays down so pretty. And this purple is definitely blue. You can see the blue and the black coming out of this purple. Now taking a small tapered blending brush. This is an E45 by Sigma. I'm going to like blend this out so it's not harsh. And then we're gonna clean it up because it's looking a little crazy. I'm just gonna kind of blend it down into here so we don't have shadow missing here. Because it's just easier. I'm taking a makeup wipe. This is just a Neutrogena makeup wipe. You can use whatever you want. And I like to just kind of make it sharp right here. And I am just going to pull up, clean up that line for the sake of making my life easy. Okay. So now that part is sharp. Cool. Now, going back, little blender bullet brush. I'm just going to make sure that line is okay right there. And then right here. And I'm just making sure the shape is okay. And I think we're looking kind of okay. Now, the part that's throwing me off is my brow. So I grabbed my pencil. This is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow. And we're going to fix the tail of my brow. I don't look crazy. And then while I'm at it, this look is going to definitely require a bolder brow. So kind of gonna go right here. Make this brow a little bit more bold, a little bit more defined. Now, I think we're okay with the blending. The shape is looking pretty good here. Yeah, when I look up and I look straight, I'm not looking crazy. It's looking artistic, but it's not looking, okay? So, going back with that same bullet brush, just gonna add more pigment, and it will make it look sharper right in there, okay? And this kind of just diffuses out the color at the same time. Now I am going to go ahead, Tarte brush, cleaned it off, going in with VR Emerald right here. I'm going to put that in the middle shade. And I'm just going to layer it. So it just kind of diffuses out. Beautiful. And look at it. I mean, you can't even, it doesn't even give it justice. And I want to just go ahead and just re-intensify it with my finger. Same shade. Yep. And I'm just keeping it in the middle because this goes up so much higher, okay? And then I want to see how this gold shade goes in with the VR Emerald. I'm just gonna pat a little bit of the gold over it. Oh man. That is like stunning. It's really stunning. But I want it to be more green, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more green. There we go. It is really pretty with all of that mixed together. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the other eye. I'm gonna do my liner and stuff, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the rest of my face makeup is done. I've fixed up my base makeup, added some lipstick, using the Flesh Fantasy gloss, and I just actually have on the magenta liner underneath it. That's what gave it the pop of color. Added the same lashes in the Ardell Wispy. So, oh my gosh, this look is coming together. So sometimes with these super artistic looks, you're like, but you gotta trust the process, okay? So going back with that Sephora bullet brush, okay, we're gonna go back into the VR purple, or the Blitz purple actually. And you know I don't always do a lot of lower lash line stuff, but with this look, it's like, honey, we need it. We gotta go for it. We gotta go for it. We gotta smudge it. So I'm just going ahead right now and smudging this under the lower lash line. We're gonna connect it up here, but we're not going to disturb our sharp line right there because I still want it to be sharp. Bringing it all the way, really kind of taking it down just a little bit, not too far down, but now I have wiped that brush off, tapping in with the VR Emerald. Oh. Tapping it off, throwing it right here in the lower lash line, just in the center. All right guys, so I am back. This is the final look and I love it. And I think it's the first time I've really done something graphic and artistic and a little bit more editorial on my channel. I love how this look came out. It looks very like, oh, Pat McGrath, okay? This is doing this quad justice. So I hope you guys enjoy the final look. I think it just came out gorgeous, and these shades, they just meshed so well into each other. And as you can see, I didn't have any problems blending them out at all, okay? So overall, I really love this quad. I think it's really, really gorgeous. I mean, it's everything that I will want in a Pat McGrath quad. Overall, this is luxe, it's luxurious, it's everything that you will want in a high-end brand when you're talking about a quad, okay? This is something we envision. We're like, yes. Thank you, Auntie Pat. The packaging is cute as a button, okay? And it's heavy as the regular palettes, but you know, it's just, it feels a little bit less heavy because it's a quad and it's not like this big. But overall, I think the packaging is gorgeous. You know, as far as the outside paperwork, the inside is gorgeous. And then the shades, I mean, you could not just have 4 electric shades just go together any better. I see this purple working out for every skin tone, especially if you're in a deeper dark skin range. This purple is going to look so good on you. These greens, I mean, the duochrome shift in this VR Emerald, you're seeing it. You know, it's going back in the purple, it's green, it's got some pink, it's got a little gold. It bounces so well off of the aquamarine, and she's never given us aquamarine before. Like, this is definitely a newer color that she is giving us. She's given us greens, we've definitely gotten the purples, we've definitely gotten the golds, but that aquamarine and the fact that it's a Blitz shade is just stunning. You see with the Blitz shades, you could definitely blend them out. You have that cream to powder finish, so you can't go wrong with it. You're going to get high impact, you're going to get foiled, plus blendability, which is something that is just so hard. And this is why I've always really just appreciate Pat McGrath's brand, because you're going to get so many different textures. The mediums are going to be different in terms of shadow, the finishes. You're going to get that high shine, and you're going to get pigmentation. And that's why I do not mind paying, you know, $55, or I'm sorry, $65 for a quad from her, because I know that the pigmentation is going to be there. I'm not going to have a problem. I could just pack it on and be like, whew, okay, she did not come to play with these shadows, you know, versus some other high-end quads. Like, I did have a Dior quad at one point. The pigmentation just wasn't there. Now it was a gift, but I know how much those things cost. Or like a lot of coveted quads right now are like the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk quads. Those things are $55. So I think we were just really just taken aback, because she had been doing the 6-pan palettes for $55, which now actually retail for $65. And then you're giving us a quad for $65. But it's the special shades. And this formula is, I'm sure, is not easy to make. I don't know how much it costs to make it, but you cannot tell me that this formula is easy to make, because if it was, everyone had been doing it before her, okay? And that's just the God's honest truth. So, I mean, you see what my eyes look like. And you see how easy it was to achieve this look. I hope you guys enjoyed the 3 looks. Let me know which one was your favorite. This one is my favorite look. And I think I liked this one, the first look I did. I liked all 3 of them, but if I had to rank them, it'd be this one first, then the first look I actually did, and then the second. But it's just, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can't. It's so cute. So leave me a comment down below, because you know I will be sure to respond back. Give this video a big thumbs up and hit the notification bell so you know when I come out with another video, which will be very, very soon. And please subscribe to my channel, because I would love to have you here in my makeup family. So I will talk to you guys later, and you know I got to hit you with the chair dance. Chair dance. Okay, y'all. Bye.